Yeah. And I swear up in the truth. And I put it on the game. My life is different, it's the reason that I walk like this. Too many doctors, they won't speak, so let me talk right quick. Y'all say y'all ball, but y'all won't even stand on courts like this. Y'all say y'all riders, but you ain't even gon' roll like this. My OG died when he was sipping all that codeine. Had talks with him about God, he said that boy won't even know me. He lost his life to a trap while in the trap, I guess that's trap life. And most Christians won't speak, they say the hood don't even act right. I gotta stay because my life the only Bible that they read. They screaming that they bout that life, but yeah, they lost up in the street. They won't even go to church because we judge the way they bleed. Man, they die because they lost, I'm tired of hearing RP. We here to change the world, but ain't nobody changing it. We won't step in them valleys cause we scared that it get dangerous. Too many brothers dying in the jungle and they taming it. We scared to talk about it, but it's leaving them in pain and it's leaving mama's heartless. Why we leaving them on heartless? Yeah. But I'ma speak on it regardless. Yeah. I can't leave the hood heartless. Why they heartless? Lil' bro got sick in the head. He can't trust you for who you are. Cause last person that he trusted really died in his arms. And he can't talk to many people, he's still seeing the scene. And I would be the same if I seen it at 16. Can't leave the hood because the hood it really need me. Gotta get it for quantity. They don't want somebody to love them like they did kids. So I'ma be the heart for the city because they all believe me. We here to change the world, but ain't nobody changing it. We won't step in them valleys cause we scared that it get dangerous. Too many brothers dying in the jungle and they taming it. We scared to talk about it, but it's leaving them in pain and it's leaving mama's heartless. Why we leaving them on heartless? But I'ma speak on it regardless. I can't leave the hood heartless. Why they heartless? Been mama's heartless. Why we leaving them on heartless? But I'ma speak on it regardless. I can't leave the hood heartless. Why they heartless?
Jesus says, because of your faith,
I can't leave the hood heartless.
He goes home, and when he gets there,
I can't leave the hood heartless.
He asked himself, when did he
I can't leave the hood heartless.
It was the other day. At the same time,
I can't leave the hood heartless.
he's healed.
What we doing? I like to move it. Jumped off the porch, now I'm just cool. I had to change my mood in life. When I woke up, it's not just I like to move it. So please get out the way, excuse me. I like to move it. Jumped off the porch, now I'm just cool.
Say something, move it. How about the whip, let's do it. Jump out the stage, I'm too lit. Jump back and get on the bus, I'm coolin'. I'm in the script making sure I don't slip while I'm fishing outside in the poolin'. You can tell Lucifer go get his shooters and look for a city where Jesus said,
I like to move it. Jumped off the porch, now I'm just coolin'. I had to change. What we doing? I like to move it. Jumped off the porch, now I'm just cool. I had to change my mood in life. When I woke up, it's not just I like to move it. So please get out the way, excuse me. I like to move it. Jumped off the porch, now I'm just cool.
say something, move it. How about the whip, let's do it. Jump out the stage, I'm too lit. Jump back and get on the bus, I'm coolin'. I'm in the script making sure I don't slip while I'm fishing outside in the poolin'. You can tell Lucifer go get his shooters and look for a city where Jesus said,
I like to move it. What we doing? I like to move it. Jumped off the porch, now I'm just cool. I had to change my mood in life. When I woke up, it's not just I like to move it. So please get out the way, excuse me. I like to move it. Jumped off the porch, now I'm just cool.
say something, move it. How about the whip, let's do it. Jump out the stage, I'm too lit. Jump back and get on the bus, I'm coolin'. I'm in the script making sure I don't slip while I'm fishing outside in the poolin'. You can tell Lucifer go get his shooters and look for a city where Jesus said,
I like to move it. Jumped off the porch, now I'm just coolin'. I had to change my mood. What we doing? I like to move it. Jumped off the porch, now I'm just coolin'.
Say something, move it. How about the whip, let's do it. Jump out the stage, I'm too lit. Jump back and get on the bus, I'm coolin'. I'm in the script making sure I don't slip while I'm fishing outside in the poolin'. You can tell Lucifer go get his shooters and look for a city where Jesus said,
I like to move it. Jumped off the porch, now I'm just coolin'. I had to change my mood in life when I woke up. What we doing? I like to move it. Jumped off the porch, now I'm just coolin'. I had to change my mood in life when I woke up. Y'all just choose. I like to move it. So please get out the way, excuse me. I like to move it. Jumped off the porch, now I'm just coolin'.
say something, move it. How about the whip, let's do it. Jump out the stage, I'm too lit. Jump back and get on the bus, I'm coolin'. I'm in the script making sure I don't slip while I'm fishing outside in the poolin'. You can tell Lucifer go get his shooters and look for a city where Jesus said,
I like to move it.
¿Sabes? Cuando era joven, siempre traté de encontrar el amor. Pero me di cuenta que no sé lo que es. Lo más que lo perseguía, lo más se alejaba de mí. Lo más que di, lo más me quitó el mundo. O al menos lo que pensaba. Quizás me he equivocado. Estaba buscando algo que ya tenía. Algo más profundo,
I've been running from my problems, yet they keep reviving, slipped and steady falling. I can't hear his voice cause everything is clouded. Living like a rebel, I've been acting rowdy. Bottle on my problems, I know on about it. Suffering in silence, I just roll excited. I don't like to think that just me and my problems. Giving it to God and having faith, he got it. Lightning time of sin is coming on my wallet. Everything I give, I never talk about it. You can help in every way and keep it solid. They gon' pick a random day to hear regardless. I know being cold-hearted probably get me farther. I ain't finna let them play Coach Carter. I got so many stories, don't get me started. Most people start acting harder, but I won't survive like that. It's not my habitat. I'd rather fail at this than to live like that. Please don't feel bad if you can't understand. You don't gotta hold my hand, I'll be fine. Don't try to rescue me, this my destiny. God give me clarity, keep preparing me. Night turns to day, take your time on your way, cause real love is so hard to find. Coming, but I ain't running, cause this time I'ma stand. I'm not overthinking nothing, I ain't got no plans. Time is ticking, people switching, fathers missing, murder victims, rappers dissing, women pimping, doing tricks for bands. I don't even put eggs in the basket for real. They're trying to learn Humpty Dumpty for real. Don't be longing for love that nobody can give. Gotta love on yourself and nobody is need. Once I get the vision, I see it for real. I wanna show love, but they hate me for real. The one that I love really snake me for real. That's a blow to the chin, but it is what it is, man. How you get down like that? Stab me in my back. Back door, didn't expect that. Traumatized from neglect. I suffer from people who don't love me equal. Yet I always pretend that I'm fine. Don't try to rescue me, this my destiny. God give me clarity, keep preparing me. Night turns to day, take your time on your way, cause real love is so hard to find.
Time to start the show. Sean Tanner, Ryan Righteous, DJ Jeremiah. We bringing the heat, man, this joint be fire like bruh. We in the field, we in the field, bruh. We in the field, we in the field. Just put it in work, we raising the bar. You tuned in to the Trackstarz.
Hey, yo, what's cracking? It's your man Lecrae, aka Crazy Crayola, the bond servant. Right now, you listening to the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, and Jeremiah. I see you, boy. Hold it down. Yeah.
Yeah, back in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. What's good?
All right, you've heard about all the music playlists you can get on Amazon Music Unlimited. Now you can go there and you can start one and you can add us to it. You can go to Music Unlimited at Trackstarz.com, Amazon Music Unlimited at Trackstarz.com, and you can start a playlist today at a discount. So go ahead, join the universe, all right?
Ryan is back. What's going on, man?
Man, I'm good. It's been, feel like it's been a minute since I've been here, but I think it was just a week. For those of you all that don't know, I am working on some tech certifications, and I have a big test this week. And so last week, I was studying and trying to get some things done, but also I was supposed to be going to the University of Alabama A-Day, and it got rained out. So me and Rick Sincere, we had to stay in. But because we had a guest host, shout out to Miracle for holding it down for you guys last week in my place, my absence. You guys had a great show, so I'm happy to be back.
We have a guest with us, Donovan Gibbs. You just saw his video. Awesome dancer. Yeah. You're going to hear more from him later today. Thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
All right, guys. So I don't know if you guys have heard yet, but Netflix had a really, really bad week. So we're going to do the death of streaming. Now, we did the death of streaming about 5 years ago, but it was in the context of music. So now we're going to do it in regards to TV and film. So if you haven't heard, Netflix just lost like $54 billion of value in the stock market in like a couple days. They basically announced that they've lost 200,000 subscribers when the projection was for them to go up by like 1 million or so. So that's not good. Right now, here are some factors. Russia, the war in Russia, Ukraine, they blocked all the Russia, they canceled all their accounts in Russia. That lost them like 700,000. But even with that loss, they still should have been up by at least 500,000. They're down 200,000. So people started panicking, people started selling the stock, and they're bleeding right now, and it's still going down as we speak. So a lot of people started to wonder, what does this mean for the rest of the streamers, right? Netflix was the big dog on campus, and now they hurting. I mean, they lost, 64% of their value in the last 6 months. So if you had Netflix stock and you had a ton of change in it, you lost a lot of money. A lot of money. So if other streaming services are watching this, they're like, if they can't do this, what are we going to do? You know what I mean? And if there's a trickle down effect and streaming services start getting shut down, like CNN Plus just got shut down, HBO Max just, merged with Discovery. They're trying to figure stuff out. A lot of these streaming services seem to be shaky. You know what I'm saying? So if streaming dies, what is left? Like what's going to happen to this film industry and what's beyond streaming? Like what's the next step beyond this? What do y'all think?
Man, that's an interesting one. That's crazy. I think that I think everybody just has to get more creative. These other companies that are out there, they have to find ways to hold on to customers. One of the things you didn't mention is that Netflix has gone up in price.
Yeah.
I got a letter in the mail. It was like, hey, price is going up, deal with it. That's basically what it said. It didn't say, it was kind of mean. I was like, who wrote this? I'm serious. I was like, who wrote this? Because it was just like, we're going up in price. No options, no changes, no nothing.
Yeah.
And so, I understand too that they're trying to add commercials in. That's gonna mess them up with me.
They're trying to add they're trying to add a free tier with commercials. So you can still get a package without commercials.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm not paying for extra after that. I mean,
it'd be like YouTube, basically.
It would be like Hulu.
Yeah.
Nah, so if you count up all the different subscriptions that I have that I pay for, I mean, I might as well just stick with cable and deal with the chances that I have there. You know what I mean?
You got that fire stick, man. What
are you talking about?
Listen, brother. Listen. Hey. But listen, all I'm saying is like, I feel like they y'all threw me off, man. Go ahead, Jeremiah. Go to
no, but real quick, let me add some details. Another thing that they're trying is they noticed that a lot of people have been stealing Netflix passwords. Not stealing them, but sharing them, right? So they said over 100,000 households.
No, 100 million, Sean.
100 million. I keep saying 1,000. 100 million?
Yes.
Jeez. All right, 100 million accounts are being shared.
Sharing passwords.
So they're trying to crack down on that, which to me was mind-boggling that they allowed it for so long. But now they're going to be seen as like the bad guys if you're cracking down on something that we gotten used to doing for so long. I just want to add in this one detail for us. if you guys remember, we started our own streaming service. Like we have our own music streaming service with Leaks. If you go to leaks.trackstars.com, that's our version of a streaming service. You get a ton of awesome music there and music videos. But we also created Render, which was our own version of Netflix, right? So let me just tell you that it is very expensive to have a streaming service. It is very expensive. We actually had to pause Render because we were like, man, we got too much going on to pay for this thing, which is just a sinking duck right now. So we have some insight into how the business of this works. So as a community, I want us to figure out how to make it better. What's going to happen? What should happen? What do y'all think?
I think that you got to look at it's a lot of stuff that's been happening. People don't want to talk about, like, you know, the content on Netflix. You know, some people had a problem, remember, with cuties. Remember the little girls twerking and they were like small, and people like, I'm boycotting Netflix. And then something else come out, I'm boycotting Netflix. So I think what needs to happen is, I think what's going to happen is people are still going to get Netflix, but I think the whole, like, when you start losing money, I think people start like figuring out ways to kill stuff. So when they figured out, like, okay, well, Ryan Righteous doesn't live at 1454 Milford Court. Why is his name coming up on this thing? You know what I mean? Or Sean Tanner doesn't live at, you know, where Ryan lives at, but why is his name coming up on it? You know what I mean? So I think they're going to crack down on that because that's another way of losing money. So, but I think at the same time, I feel like cable's in a corner, just looking at it, laughing. It's just in a corner, just like, I told y'all gonna come back. It feel like Thanos right now. I feel like cable's like Thanos. Like,
no,
I did all this,
no,
y'all gonna come right back to me.
Nobody's going back to cable, bro.
Well, I mean, I got YouTube TV. Like, me and my wife has YouTube TV, and we got a few more apps. But our main focus is, when I watch, majority of the time, is basketball, pro wrestling, and different things of that nature on YouTube TV. So, and all those channels on YouTube TV have their own apps. So, but if you really, and the reason I say cable is because if you really look at it, if people really just go app for app, then you almost paying the same amount as you would pay on cable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you may not agree with it, but at the same time, if you got Hulu, I use us, YouTube TV, Netflix, Hulu, and something else, that's almost up to like between $70 to $100, and you can get basic cable for the same price. So I mean, I don't know. Cable just, I think cable ain't going nowhere, because people still, I think my mama's generation and my mother's generation and a little bit older than us are still like, I don't get this app thing, so what does that mean? And this, so let me just get cable. You know what I'm saying? So I think cable's still thriving off the baby boomers, I think. But I just think I think streaming is going to continue to get, people going to continue to get mad, because I think about Disney, that whole thing, the boycott of Disney this week. Like, Disney literally lost some stuff in Florida, like some laws that they had. If you ever seen, if you ever come across Buena Vista, that's basically Disney, the city. Disney have his own city in Orlando, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they lost some stuff because of, I guess, the whole LGBT and the backlash of people. They saying they got the videos of them, of women, and the Disney company talking about, we basically doing this to have more characters, LGBT characters, more different things. And people were like up in arms about it. So I'm sure Disney Plus about to feel it too. So I don't know, man. Maybe it's time for just unplugging everything and get a book. Talk to your kids.
Donovan, what's your take on this? What do you think is going on?
So I'm gonna speak on like my generation. I think Metaverse is gonna be the big thing that, you know, kind of takes over streaming, because people want to find some kind of inclusiveness, and you know, you just slap on a pair of goggles, you're into the Metaverse, and you can connect with people all across the world, and it kind of becomes your own television show within yourself. So I think that's going to be, you know, kind of the next big step. Instead of watching TV, you know what I mean? You get to actually put yourself into something, whether you're connecting with people, you know, at a shop, or connecting with people in a game where you can like literally talk to them and you're moving. Yeah, that's kind of my take. I think There's still going to be a need for streaming at the end of the day. There's still going to be a need for cable. But I ultimately think everything's going to transition completely into the metaverse in the next 10 years.
Okay, so Donovan, there's a couple of things that I have not done my homework on. Metaverse, virtual reality, NFTs, and digital real estate. Those are 4 of the areas that I think I need to sit down and kind of pay attention to. So we're gonna have to definitely catch up, and you have to catch me up on that because you clearly stated that we're in 2 different generations. So
said that right off the top, like, well, in my generation,
like y'all 40 pluses don't know.
I didn't do good on it. I hit at the baby boomers first. So
I wanted to just make a joke out of it. I thought it was great. What you're saying, like the metaverse is something that honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. When they changed the name to Metaverse, I thought they were just changing the name. I didn't know it was a whole movement behind it. I'm behind. I gotta get caught up, but that's hilarious.
Yeah, there's people there's different pastors that are doing actual sermons and putting it out into the metaverse to people. You could walk around the metaverse, enter his church service, and then watch it while you have goggles on. So instead of being on a screen, it feels like you're there watching him speak, basically.
Wait a minute. Well, okay, hold on. What do I need to buy in order to have this?
It's all app based through right now I have the Oculus,
Oculus,
Quest 2. And you can do everything through that.
So it is virtual reality. Got you. Okay. All right. So I was gonna buy Oculus for Father's Day. I might have to tell my wife to go ahead and do that.
You don't have to have the goggles to do it, but the whole idea is virtual space. That's it, right? That's what NFTs are all pointing to. So you're bringing that up to say that the beyond streaming is meta. That's what you think is next. So what does that mean when I want to watch a movie? I go in the metaverse, walk over to the theater and watch it with my friends, like if I were at the theater.
So wait, hold on. Real quick. If somebody got in metaverse, bought a theater, and they wasn't like an AMC or whatever, they could buy a theater, buy bootleg videos, and let you go in there and watch it in our reality, but in metaverse, that's what they do.
I need to get it.
They would have to license it the same way, but
Wow.
I need to get up on this. That's crazy. Like putting on goggles and actually being able to do something like that, meaning that you could. Wow, that's a lot of things that could happen to you in real life.
But here's the thing, though, Donovan. I just think the VR part of it is very slow to adoption. I mean, it's kind of like 3D glasses almost to people. It's like, it's cool, but I ain't gonna do that every single time. You know what I mean? So think about 3D movies, right? Avatar came out, the big deal. Every movie after that started doing 3D. And now, honestly, I don't really even see it that much anymore. 3D. It's like people just got tired.
I think more people they don't do 3D anymore. They do more like large formats.
Yeah, large format.
You go to the movies and it's a larger screen.
Yeah, prime audio, great comfortable seating. IMAX. That's kind of winning out. But I just the glasses experience, I don't think maybe young people jump on it, but it's gonna take a long time for that to be a normal thing. So within the next, I'm just asking because theaters are struggling right now, especially after the pandemic, because people got used to watching everything at home, right? So they're struggling. Now Netflix is struggling, even when people are at home. What is anybody to do? Because if Netflix falls, Peacock falls, HBO Max falls, then what? All those shows are gone, right? Because this really impacts creators, right? So if there's no Netflix to put your stuff on, all right, Jeremiah just made a film. If there's no place for him to put it, what are creators supposed to do then?
I think they're gonna go back to the original, the grandfather of them all, YouTube. I think YouTube is gonna be. I remember Sean. I remember telling this to Sean, and he told me this recently. He was like, "Yo, I just watch YouTube," and I'm like, I remember doing that for a year. Like
Jeremiah used to only watch YouTube.
I just watched YouTube.
I was like, how do you do that? I just don't understand that because I needed TV to be live. Like if it didn't feel good to me, I didn't even watch Netflix because digital content off of a shelf like that feels old to me. I always wanted everything to be fresh, like new. Give me the newest version of whatever's happening. Now I'll watch First Take on YouTube. I'll watch Skip and Shannon on YouTube. I'll watch, even though I know I can flip over to YouTube TV and watch it live, I'll still just watch the clips.
It's just
so changing.
And the thing about the clips on YouTube is that you get right to what you want to see. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to worry. Like when I watch the late night comedians, I don't want to see their whole monologue. I just want to see the funniest bits that they did that night, you know, and they all kind of chopped up and put together. So, I mean, that's the good part about it. And then, you know, you can get lost in YouTube. YouTube would just start looping you into different stuff, and you just look up and you're like, oh, I have 8 hours on YouTube already. So, but that's interesting though. I think what's going to end up happening is that a lot of these streaming services, a lot of these studios are going to have to merge somehow. You know,
that's happening. Discovery and HBO Max.
Yeah, they're gonna see Discovery. When I purchased that Discovery app just to be able to watch Hillsong Exposed, I got rid of that thing immediately. There was nothing.
I didn't even make it to
nothing else on that app.
I didn't even make it past the trial.
Same thing. Once I got through Ryan Lamar's movie. BT Plus was a wrap.
BT Plus. I didn't even watch it first. I subscribed and then I turned it off because you still get the rest of the subscription time. You still get the trial time.
7 days.
Yeah. So okay, thank you, and thank you again. All right, now I can watch what I want to watch.
Well, I just think another thing too is like, I think if people had better content, I think these places would thrive. Like when we had HBO Max, I mean, they had their own original shows. But some of the movies on there were trash. And it's like, I don't want to see none of this. And you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't good movies on them. Like, and I'll say that about the HBO Max, the Showtime, they never show good movies no more. So it'd be like you watching something, they show it over and over and over. And I'll just be like, yo, if y'all got a video library, you should use your library. I don't think they have people working around these apps to really tell people like, okay, what do the people want? What do people want and why they want to buy this? Why would they want to buy this? Not because it's HBO and it's maybe my favorite shows on HBO, you know what I mean? Or my favorite shows on Stars or whatever. Yeah. But it's like, after a while, it's like, okay, I'll watch my favorite show on HBO, and once the season over, I'm get rid of it. How do you keep that person? How do you keep them?
Let's figure it out.
People got to figure out.
Jeremiah, let's figure this out then, because let's figure out how to fix Netflix. And I'm also taking notes to whatever y'all are saying in the chat, because I want to bring Render back one day, right? So how do you fix this business model? Because honestly, the way it works is, and Ryan knows this firsthand, is you have super duper technical costs because it costs a lot of money to run a site like that. And your subscriptions do not cover the cost of acquiring content. It doesn't. We were blessed because people donated content to us when we first started Render. Yeah. But if we want to compete with big dogs, we have to get premium stuff straight off of festivals, right? We got to pay people to get exclusive rights, so the fans will say, "Oh, I want to watch that movie," like Coda. Apple Plus bought Coda, and it wins the Oscar, and now people are getting Apple TV Plus to watch Coda. I turned it right back on so I could watch Coda, turned it right back off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that Magic Johnson joint looked good too on Apple Plus.
So yeah, exactly. So that's how you have to compete with dollars when you're a streaming service, right? I got to buy the best content to get the most eyes. I have to develop my own content that's serialized like Stranger Things so that people keep coming back. They don't turn it off after it's done because there's tons of stuff to keep track of. Some people were mentioning in the chat they need to stop the pump and dump, right? A whole season should not come out all at once, right? It should be back to weekly so it can build momentum. It has to.
Well, the Kanye thing did build momentum. I think we was tuned in every week.
We did a topic on it every week because it was still good. If they would have dumped that whole thing, one topic, done. Never talk about it again.
Yeah, that's true.
You see what I'm saying? They've been doing it more where more things I've noticed are they'll release part of a season, they'll do 2 at a time. But they got to get back to stuff like that. What else, y'all chime in? What else can Netflix do, i.e. Render do, to fix this business model? Because you're going to be in the red for years before that. You got to get millions and millions of subscribers to cover your costs.
Yeah,
I would say I think what people don't realize is like YouTube being the originator of the streaming kind of service, and people now just realizing recently, and I don't say about recently, but like 5-6 years ago, like, yo, my channel is my channel. So I'm like HBO, like Trackstarz. If we wanted to, we could be like, yo, all right, Jeremiah, when you drop your joint, we're gonna put it up on there. And then if we got another movie, we're gonna put up here. You know what I mean? I don't think people know the power of what you can do on the YouTube channel unless you do something crazy and they block you. But overall, it's like it's your channel. Like, and the reason why somebody was clowning me and said I was like a kid on a tablet when I was watching YouTube, it wasn't that. It was just I had internet and I was like, oh well, okay, I can't really see certain things, so let me see the clip of that certain thing. So somebody said, hey, yo, we watching this show. I'll say, okay, let me see if this is on YouTube, or let me read about it or whatever. You know what I mean? So I just think
you were ahead of the curve, man, because that's how
I think I think people just got to realize what it is, and I think a lot of people got to do what like other stuff is doing. Like I think people were saying in the chat, Tubi is a free place, is a free streaming service, but they have original content on there. So they have some movies that you probably never heard of, but then they also have movies that you have heard of. And I think that's something where people gotta switch to. If I was Netflix, I would be like, I would survey my people. I'm like, what do you want from us? You gotta go to the consumer. You can't that mentality of I'm right, you're wrong is over. You can't do that in your business practice if it's failing. You gotta go to your consumer and ask them, what should I do right? What do you love about Netflix? What do you don't like about Netflix? You got to almost go back to the ground level of a business marketing thing where you go to the consumer and ask them what they want, and then you provide what they want and make it a great experience for them again. Chris, that's for any service, you know what I mean?
Crispy, can you make a poll, and I don't know if you've done this already, but can you make a poll and ask, put all the different streaming services that you can fit? Can you do multiple selections in these polls on YouTube?
Yeah, he already got one up called "What's your favorite streaming service?"
So okay, good.
I'll say this
can you
about
pick
YouTube.
more than one? Is there a way to do a YouTube poll where you can pick multiple options? No. Can I pick multiple options, or is it just a best option thing on YouTube? I think I already know the answer. It's the best. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
it'll still be valuable.
The secret sauce behind YouTube is that YouTube is so self-controlled that once you go on YouTube, it's like you're in a direct connect with your check, right? I know so many people that get checks from YouTube on a monthly, and it just goes up from there. And so I think that's the difference between a Netflix and a Hulu. Is like Jeremiah can put the dress up, and he knows that if it hits a certain number of views, he's getting that check. You know what I mean? But when he goes through Netflix or Amazon Prime, he's got to go through paperwork and contracts and all this kind of stuff to just really get to that, right? But also on YouTube, there's not another streaming service that I know of where you can go and get instant help with what you need. Like I just put in a closet organizer, sent Sean some pictures of it, but I learned how to do it through YouTube. I didn't even want to attempt to do it until I saw the people on YouTube were doing it, and I was like, oh, okay, wait a minute. This has got 97,000 views. People are coming and figuring this stuff out. And everything I do from, putting in a room in my house to fixing my car is coming off YouTube, and I can't go to Netflix for that. So YouTube is always going to win.
But YouTube is a totally different service. It's not even playing in the same ballpark. YouTube is user-generated content. Netflix is premium content. So
YouTube does have its own content too, though. It's got its own YouTube streaming service that you got to have a subscription to, and they got TV shows and everything. YouTube is just figured out how to corner the market.
The reason I'm asking that is, are you saying the solution to Netflix's problem and to all these streaming services problem is to stop being premium content and mix the two? Like one of the reasons that Twitter does well, I don't even know if they actually do well financially, but the reason they do well is because you can go to Twitter and see Elon Musk, Kanye, and Pookie. Like everybody's in the same room. Versus Netflix is only the elite people there. There's no room for user-generated content. Would they do better if all these streaming services were more like YouTube, that anybody could get their content up there, but it was in the midst of premium content? So I could go to Netflix, I could watch Stranger Things, but I could also watch Trackstarz. Would that make it better or worse?
So it's not going to get any better, and I'll tell you, I'll tell you why, right? It's too polluted. Like it's too populated, not polluted. Populated, because the thing about Netflix that lost me is that when Netflix first came out, I could go on Netflix and I could click on a a category and I could see everything in that category. There's so much stuff on Netflix now, I can't even search through it. I probably miss a lot of good shows because I'm not willing to sit there with my remote and go, thumbnail by thumbnail. I like the fact that when you go over certain thumbnails, the trailer automatically plays. That has skipped me and my wife several hours of sitting there wishing we didn't watch that TV show. That's
a great feature. Yeah.
Yeah, I should have did that with was it Bird Box? God, it was wasting my time. But what I'm saying is, I think YouTube is the winner hands down, and no one's catching them.
Now
you're not catching YouTube.
Go ahead, Donovan.
No, I was just gonna say, I think as well. I think there's also a sort of live content, like for instance, like Hulu, you can pay you could pay, to have that live streaming at the same time. Yeah. So not only do they have the original content and stuff that they put on their their platform, but you can also watch live TV. So if you try to catch up on the daily news, you can log in. If you're trying to catch up on ESPN, you can. So having that live aspect really helps. And then jumping over to Disney Plus, Disney Plus, they create content, they create movies that people want to see. And so instead of going to the movie theater and having to pay $15 a ticket to take your whole family to, you can pay $15-$20 to watch it with your whole family in your living room when they release it. So I think both those two, Disney Plus and Hulu, have a really good way of staying relevant, staying alive, and giving people what they need versus Netflix. I feel like a lot of their content is kind of dying. It's not what people are really wanting to watch, especially right now.
Yeah, I think one thing a lot of people are saying is Netflix needs to spend more time marketing their good content than just blasting out content and hoping it works. My sense of Netflix, I don't watch Netflix that often. I don't watch, I would say YouTube is probably my number one service, YouTube TV, those two. But HBO, Max, I watch a lot. Hulu, almost never. What are the other ones? Peacock and all those, never. So, and Disney Plus, high because I got a daughter. So, Disney Plus is probably number two. So, I think the problem is the reason why is for my DIY stuff and my homegrown content is always YouTube. For my premium TV, it's Disney because Disney's content is out of this world good. When I think of Netflix, I don't think of good content. I just think of content. It's not like the best content. It's just content.
Yeah.
And every now and then there'll be a movie or a show on there that is like, oh, okay, I'll watch that. But I don't think of good when I think of Netflix. I just think of stuff.
Yeah. Why don't we support PureFlix?
No. I actually just subscribed.
You in the field with
I kind of wanted to see it.
Well, let us know what you think. All right, let's get back into it. You in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. Lego.
If you haven't already signed up for Nectar Distribution, honestly, I don't know what you're doing. So let me tell you about it. You get unlimited uploads of your music throughout the year. You also keep 100% of the rights. You get to use our one-of-a-kind single maximizer tool in which not only do we push your music to the streaming sites like Spotify, Google Play, and Tidal, but we also push it to music blogs so you can get more eyes on your music. And the best part about it is, it's only $19.99. No, not a month, but a year. Again, what are you doing? I don't know what you're doing with your life. Go ahead and sign up today for Nectar Distribution at nectardistro.com, and we'll see you inside.
I took the narrow road, I'm not sorry. Took the narrow road, I'm not sorry. Can't do this on my own, I know I'm not alone. Tryna hold me back, you gon' need an army. I keep on looking out my window, I keep on looking out my window. I see the world going every way the wind blows. Not me, cause I know what I stand for.
Man, I've been suffering cause of my fate. Seem like it's scaring some people away. They be in love with the money I make, but knowing I'm Christian make them hesitate. They respect me and salute it for sure. They don't want no real parts of it though. They ain't really trying to ride for the cause. They just rather me to buy them some cars. Fish Inside of water, I never fit in. We were put here to be fishers of men. Christian don't mean you ain't never gonna sin, but live for the world, you ain't never gonna win. Sometimes I think to myself late at night, I wish more people were helping me fight. But if we ain't on the same mission in life, you can't run my business, that ain't gonna be right. People say if my fate wasn't so bold, it'd be much easier for me to blow. But it's too much a part of me to hide. Won't be like Peter, Christ, I won't deny. If it's for God that I suffer, that's cool. That's cool. Persecution and loneliness too. Cause during my weakest times, that's room for Christ to shine.
I took the narrow road, I'm not sorry. I took the narrow road, I'm not sorry. Can't do this on my own, I know I'm not alone. Tryna hold me back, you gon' need an army. I keep on looking out my window. I keep on looking out my window. I see the girl going everywhere the wind blows. Not me, cause I know what I stand for.
The love of my life, don't love that I fight against my flesh to try to live right. She just want for me to call her at night, link up with her and just give her okay. Deep in my heart, I wish she was the one. Every time that we link up, we have fun. But when I try to talk real with my baby, she change the subject and get irritated. Yeah, we got chemistry, I can't deny, but I don't know if I'm her type of guy. She think I'm holding her back from living. I'm trying to help her be purpose driven. If you ask her about God, she know. If I say go to church, then she'll go. But she ain't spiritually trying to grow. She more concerned with trying to blow. She need attention cause she want the fame. She went on Instagram and peeped the game. Take off her clothes, her body exposed. Her following grows, then she could get shows. I do not judge cause I understand it. Fam's the most powerful drug on the planet. So it ain't work out with my babe. Cause she wanted me minus my faith.
You would've say I gotta change my ways. If you would've say I gotta give her my faith, then I'd have to say that I don't wanna stay. And I think it's okay if you walk away. I keep on looking out my window. I keep on looking out my window. While everybody going everywhere the wind blows. Not me, cause I know what I stand for. Took the narrow road, I'm not sorry. I took the narrow road and I'm not sorry. Can't do this on my own, I know I'm not alone. You got my back, who could ever harm me?
Charlamagne the God here, and you're in the field with the Trackstarz, man. Salute.
Yo, entertainment report time. Let's get it going. All right, check it out, man. There's a lot of stuff going down, man. So first off, I want to shout out our guys over at 520 Collective. They'll be having a big interview with James Garden this Monday that you do not want to miss. Shout out to Eric Boston and the folks at 520. Go check them boys out. They doing big things over there. All right. Holy smoke. More announcement has been announced. Of course, Indie Tribe, Not Clive, Magic and Bird, who are Andy and Words Play. No big deal. Also announced recently was Miles Minnick, Portia Love, DJ Michael V will be performing a superset with Wande and 1K Fuel. Grace Weber and Lamar Riddick was announced. Shout out to Lamar Riddick. Big thing. That was a big one for him, bro. That's big. So shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Lamar.
This week, the final reveals was John Keith, Mowgli the Iceberg, and Nate Rose. And last but not least, KB will be there. So, hey, man, holy smoke, sound like this gonna be on and popping, man. I think Indie Tribe got something here, man. They're gonna be doing this every year. They're getting the hottest of the space, up and comers too. So, hey, man, if you're not gonna go, I'm sure them tickets are selling. What KB? I mean, everybody else is dope too, but just adding KB now, I'm sure them tickets gonna start selling. So you need to go get your ticket. It's gonna be here in Atlanta in May, I believe. Yeah, I didn't write the date down, so that's on me. But I believe it's in May. So, man, check that out when it comes, man. I'm serious. Big news, big things happen for the culture of CHH this week, y'all. We on Sirius XM. We are on Sirius XM. Holy Culture brings CHH to Sirius XM. Sirius XM announced the launch of Holy Culture Radio, a new spiritual inspired talk and music channel begin this week. Holy Culture Radio is home for everything Christian hip hop and rhythm and praise. This programming will focus on themes of faith, art, vocational, and education, edifying three foundational things listeners are looking for: connection to popular culture, connecting to their faith, and success in their careers. The range of shows on the channel will include the Christ Revolution music, hosted by Brian Tabb, which focuses on Christian hip hop, and features interviews with artists, producers, and DJs. Old school sounds, hosted by DJ Delight. Salute to you, sir. Takes listeners back to the genre's beginnings. Holy Culture Radio will also include straight ministry heat mix, where I got DJ Al Rock Jesus introducing people to the gospel of Jesus Christ, underground gospel hip hop show. Also, DJ Wado is on that bad boy, man. He was on here last week telling us about it. It begins, please. All right. So go check it out. It's channel 154 on Sirius XM Radio. This is huge. I don't understand how y'all understand. This is a huge thing for us. This is huge. If this thing goes well, we may get more
really
channels.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? If you got Sirius XM, there's plethora, new word, plethora of hip hop channels on Sirius XM. You have Shady, you have Old School, you have this, you have that. Imagine if CHH, this thing pops off in Holy Culture, and then all of a sudden, this one pops up. This one pops up. So this is a huge opportunity. So if you're on Sirius XM, please go to channel 154, save that bad boy, and while you in your car with your friends, your peeps, everybody, blast CHH Holy Culture. All right, that's a big thing. What you about to say, Ryan?
No, I said it's huge. I think it's really big. The only interesting thing about it is, I bought a car one day and I had the free Sirius XM subscription for like 3 months or something, but I didn't renew after that. So I guess the question is, I know satellite, is it the name that's drawing all this attention to satellite radio, or is it because I mean, it feels like we were really super excited about satellite back in the day. Trackstarz was when we were like, me and Sean were paying like crazy amounts of money for people to shop our show for syndication.
Yeah.
But it seems like with Dash Radio and iHeart Radio, those types of platforms have come up to say, okay, you could just turn on the app and you got the same content. Does satellite still have that name, or is it because the audience can be just anywhere, or they got a subscription base that's like crazy?
I don't know what the statistics are, but I do know people still listen to regular radio, so they still listen to FM radio. But I'm sure if they have Sirius in their car, they could turn it on as well. So I don't know what their subscription like on Sirius. I know it's millions of people still listen to Sirius XM. So
I'm super excited about that. I always use my mom as the test market. Like if I tell my mom, hey mom, I'm on Sirius satellite radio, I think she has it in her car, but if she didn't, then it wouldn't matter. I'd be like, mom, go listen on Dash. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey Jeremiah, give me a second. Everything's locked up over here. Give me a second.
Oh, okay.
Keep it going.
Let's start where we left off. Okay.
Yeah. Go.
Energy.
Yo, so
bloopers.
I know, but anyway, so yeah, man, Sirius XM, Holy Culture. Shout out to Holy Culture for doing this, man. That's big and it's huge, man. So, like I said, if you got Sirius XM, please turn to that channel, which is channel 154. All right. Last story, last story. Y'all heard about Sierra's prayer? Ladies out there, ladies of the Trackstarz Universe, y'all heard about Sierra's prayer? People like, what's up prayer? The single ladies in there. What's up prayer? Now there's a new prayer out there by Viola Davis, right? Academy Award winning actress Viola Davis got on her knees and prayed that God will bring her a man into her life with all the qualities she was looking for in a husband. 3 weeks later, the man invited her to church.
Of course he did. It's Viola Davis. Of course he did.
This is like 2003 Viola Davis. Right, so
dude,
this is early though. This early. Let me finish. The Fences actress sat down with Oprah for an interview where she said that after being advised by her friend to pray to God to bring her a husband who possessed all the attributes she knew would compliment her, even to the smallest of details, that this is what she did. She said Viola even asked for stuff, just put it. Her friend told her, put it all out there, girl, put it all out there. And she's like, really? With God, you got to tell him everything. So she did that and she prayed and she said 3 weeks later, they met up and they went to church. And one thing was interesting about it. She said, "God, if this works out, I'm coming to church, Lord. You know those type of prayers you pray to God, like get me out of this situation, and I got you, God. I'm gonna be there.
And if you don't, I won't." That's what it means.
But okay, so man, okay, so all right, we'll talk about this later. I don't want to say what I want to say on air. I don't want to make people mad.
All right, so he was like, her friend was like, "Be careful." She continued, and I got on my knees and I did. I said, "I want a big black man from the South who's probably been married before, has kids, because I don't want any pressure in that department. Someone who has been maybe an actor who understands the artistic community, someone who goes to church and loves God." And I said, and she said, "If you give me that, I'll start going to church. God, I really will." And I committed to it. And then I signed off, and she said, she described how ending her prayer. And then 3.5 weeks later, she met her husband. So ladies, tell them all, tell God what you want. You know what I'm saying? He out, God listening. We got prayer, we got vision boards, we got prayers, everything. But
God ain't the only one listening. God ain't the only one listening.
Thank you. That's what I was getting at. I just wasn't gonna say it, Sean.
So you think the devil sent them? That's what y'all saying?
Hey, I'm just saying.
Sean, are you seeing the stream?
Yeah.
I'm not.
That's a mess, y'all. Y'all crazy. All right, man. Comment section. Brian T. Keep It Kingdom. Daniela Apekila. I missed her name.
Oh yeah, you destroyed that name.
Destroyed it. Truth the Vanguard's EP. I'm gonna start just calling her DA. Daniela. DA. Aha Gazelle, Hard to Find single. God Over Money Payback single. Reconciling D1 I-10 single. Scooty Wop Boom single. SO Make It Make Sense single. Say Loud a Quarter. Guidance single. Aza Ilaya. Come and Be My Love single. And for everybody out there with Spotify, Milk Playlist, the best in Christian hip hop, gospel rap, Christian rap. And then for everybody out there in that R&B tip, Feel Good Playlist, the best of Christian R&B on Spotify. All right, Donovan, you got anything you want to promote, man?
Yeah. So my wife and I, we have a company called DNA Creatives. One of our, just biggest things is we're just trying to bridge the gap between the dance industry and Christian hip hop artists. We're trying to get more of that production value, like you see, from some of the mainstream artists that are on stage and performing all the time. And, we just want to be able to bring that type of production quality to the stages of Christian music world. So that's something we're working on currently now.
That's awesome, man.
Dope, man.
Great job.
Dope. That's
How did you get involved with dancing? Like, were you a dancer all your life, and then boom,
yeah.
you decided to
So my dad was actually a professional dancer. He danced with like Mary J. Blige, MC Hammer, Pink, and he opened up a studio back home where I'm from. I actually hated dance. I played sports, and then he had invited a break dancer to come into the studio to teach, and I saw the guy spinning on his head, and I was like, yeah, I'll do that. And then one thing kind of led to the next, and I've been dancing ever since. It's my passion. Moved out to LA for 8 years. Got a chance to dance with some incredible artists, music videos, tours, award shows, did all that. And now it's the next chapter, the next stage. It's not really about me being on stage, but giving other people opportunities, but more in the Christian music world. So that's my purpose, and that's what I'm driving towards.
That's awesome, bro.
Dope, man.
That's good.
Dope.
All right, man. You got anything, Ryan?
No, I don't.
All right, let's get back into it. Keep praying for OBS. You in the field with the track stars, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. Lego.
Miracle from Trackstarz. I wanted to make sure you guys know all about the official Trackstarz Universe. So, if you'd like a free Trackstarz t-shirt, yes, as well as free merch, discounts, and exclusive content, and of course, direct access to your favorite radio host, then this is for you. Make sure you go to trackstarz.com/official. That's trackstarz.com/official.
You are listening to the Trackstarz with Sean Tanner, Ryan Righteous, and DJ Jeremiah.
Right now, you're in the field with the Trackstarz.
Trackstarz.
Ryan Righteous. Sean Tanner.
Right now, you're listening to the Trackstarz.
You know what time it is.
Hey yo, what's good? It's your boy Name Gay, you Trackstarz music artist, and you are in the field with the family Trackstarz Radio.
Trackstarz Radio.
We got in the field, Trackstarz. Get it, got it, good.
Ain't no podcast beef. We got respect for y'all.
Yeah.
But respect the grind, baby. Respect the grind. I gotta go get the flex bombs today. Respect the grind.
Today, I want you to remember this. I want you to keep it in your hearts. Is that when your story connects to God's story, it leads to a greater story.
Yeah, work on the story. He says it all still means something. He's still making things out of nothing. And that's how I know, yeah. He can work it out, he can work it out. Yeah, yeah. He can work it out, he can work it out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I seen him do it before. It's nothing too hard if you trust in the Lord. No distractions, nothing in the way now. Life get hard, I'm with God, I got faith now. We all got stories, pray through the ups and the downs, he get glory, yeah. I'm just grateful that he kept me around. Romans 8, I know we working it out. Oh, yeah, work on the story. He says it all still means something. He's still making things out of nothing. And that's how I know, yeah. He could work it out, he could work it out.
When I was down, he picked me up. Yeah.
He could work it out, he could work it out.
He never fails.
Yeah.
Listen, I got a story, you got a story too. Yeah, don't believe the lies, he can restore your truth. I look to the skies, that's where my help at. I let his grace step in and I'ma step back. How many times he told me he would do it? Yeah, I seen them storms, but then he brought me through it. He did. He healed my scars and gave me back my worth. Hey, welcome to the story church. Greater story.
Yeah, welcome to the story. He says it all still means something. He's still making things out of nothing. And that's how I know, yeah. He can work it out, he can work it out. Yeah, yeah. He can work it out, he can work it out. Yeah, yeah.
When the day rise, dark night, we set the ball. Cross T's and dot I's.
Hey yo, I'm hyperbolic in the chamber, working out with my maker. The bars are catastrophic, they're parabolic. To the haters go supersonic with the gems when God gave me knowledge and favor. Don't do me no favors if your heart only move out of paper. They told me never go to church if you want real talk. You sounded real lost, you played the field and still get killed off. I never peeled off, I know the real cost, won't let you retell. I know the details and heresy sells for real. See many dudes fall to their own devices. They fall with the wrong advices and running straight to the crisis. I'm trying to call out the righteous or point out the vices while they rolling dice. crisis. I'm rolling like a titan, I'm fighting and writing. My smallest rhymes be pivotal, never subliminal. If we beefing Satan, deceiving to make us divisible. Hate your brother just cause he able. Now you fighting the labels, we building our own tables. If you sleep, you in the cradle.
When the day
Let's
rise
go.
and night falls, who comes through like the dark night? My God, in all truth, he sent the bold truth. And Mike wise, we come through and we cross T's and dot I's when we move. When the day rise and night falls, who comes through like the dark night? My God, in all truth, he sent the bold truth. And Mike wise, we come through and we cross T's and dot I's when we move.
When the Lord's in it, there's no division or partition. One body, but we all members. Lord, forgive us, we all sinners. Throwing rocks at a glass house, we all living. So disheartening, take us back to Eden like Adam and Eve. Cause the fact is, the ones that's preaching actually need them. We act as if we got it together, but lacking some pieces. No cap, we chasing clout, but we be claiming we be rapping for Jesus. It's whack. It's really time to change, shift the gears and switch up the lanes. Cause the body was made to be different, but we live in the same kind of lifestyle as the will for real. It's really a shame. We supposed to pray for the people and I make people to pray. Cause living right is hard to do, but it's easy to say. Especially when accountability ain't even a thing. And we choose to make a hit over making a change. And we'd rather break the faith over breaking a chain.
When the day rise and night falls, who comes through like the dark night? My God, in all truth, he sent the bold truth. And Mike wise, we come through and we cross T's and dot I's when we move. When the day rise and night falls, who comes through like the dark night? My God, in all truth, he sent the bold truth. And Mike wise, we come through and we cross T's and dot I's when we move. When the day rise and night falls, who comes through like the dark night? My God, in all truth, he sent the bold truth. And Mike wise, we come through and we cross T's and dot I's when we move.
All right, back in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. What's good?
All right, for all things Trackstarz, make sure you go to trackstarswithaz.com. Follow us on Instagram, like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and download the app. Leave us a review, all right?
All right, I need everybody's help with this one. We were stumped. We were stumped on this one. I need everybody's help to help me understand what this Noteworthy is about, okay? I think I'm getting it. But let me read it and y'all let me know what you think. Hold on one second.
It took us down such a rabbit hole the other night.
Man, we were so confused. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna address it now and do our best job with it. And then hopefully the person who did it is watching, because I really don't know who writes these, right? I'm not lying when I say that. I don't have an email, I don't have a name, nothing. It's completely anonymous. So if you're watching, we need more information. Okay, so let's go to it. Black college versus white college. I really need some help with my little brother. My brother Byron, these are fake names, by the way. My brother Byron is a senior in high school, and his best friend Steven is a sophomore in college. They grew up together in the same subdivision. Ever since they were kids, Steven had a lot of influence on my little brother Byron. My family likes Steven, but we have times where we don't like some of the things he does. My brother has to make a decision on where he wants to go to college because he has been accepted to many universities. He is a high honor roll student and he wants to be a doctor. Here's our problem. Steven wants him to come to his school and my parents are really against it. I looked up stuff about Steven's school and it has an excellent doctor's program, but my parents are concerned that Steven is going to influence my brother to party and really not focus on his schoolwork. My parents are paying for his school and they want him to go to another college because it has a great doctor's program and it's far away from Steven. Also, my parents said they would not pay for his school if he goes with Steven. So my little brother put pressure on me and asked me where should he go. He said he understood their concerns, but he also really wants my opinion. So I told him to give me a few days so I can pray about it. I prayed about it, and I would like to hear from you guys because I know all three of you went to different colleges. Black college versus white college. Now, first question. What does the title have to do with any of that? What do y'all think? What's the black college? Because he didn't talk about that in the note.
I think the way it sounded was maybe his parents wanted him to go to the white college, and then his friend went to a black college. The way it sounded.
But yeah, that's what I'm gathering too. But like, he doesn't talk about like that they're concerned about them being at a black college?
I think he's concerned about Steven. I think their family concerned about Steven, and Steven may be the man at that college. And he like, I don't want my brother to go down that road.
But then why isn't the note called, I have a problem with Steven? But what's the black-white thing? That's what I'm confused about. Are we supposed to talk about the differences between black colleges and white colleges? Because he mentioned that, Ryan went to a quote-unquote historically black college. I went to a historically white college. So what are we supposed to be addressing? The black-white part of it or Crazy Steven? Is Crazy Steven black? Is Byron white? Are both people black? Like, what is going on here? I don't know what's happening. So if you're watching, please reply. Give us more information on why the black versus white was the subject. Because to me, from reading it, I think Jeremiah is right. It sounds to me that Steven is at a black college, wherever that is. And Byron, right? We don't know his race. Byron wants to go with Steven, but his parents want him to go to a white college. So in our context, it would be like Steven goes to Clark Atlanta, like Ryan did. Byron's parents want him to go to Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
And the writer of the Noteworthy wants to know, I guess, is Clark Atlanta comparable to Georgia Tech? Or is he saying, should my brother follow Steven? I'm just trying to correlate why those two are together. You know what I mean?
Go ahead,
Jeremiah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Now I was gonna make a mean joke about the schools, but go ahead, Jeremiah.
Oh, snap. Go ahead. I want to hear it. Come on.
No, let's go. I'm not gonna make that joke. No. So the thing is that the part of the Noteworthy that really pulled it out for me was when it says we are against it. And I've never heard about anyone being against something unless it's like, well, we're really against it because it's against our culture. So that's what makes me feel like Steven is definitely his parents don't want him to go to a HBCU is what Steven goes to HBCU, like. But Byron's parents don't want him to go to a HBCU. And it's kind of weird that, Steven, I would never call up any of my friends and be like, yo, come to college with me. When I know it's something that either they're not, they have a better chance of doing better somewhere else for their major, their program, or it's going to cause friction between what their parents want them to do versus what they want to do. So, I mean, it's just weird that, your two best friends, you can separate. Me and my best friend, we separated. We went to different schools and we went through different, paths of life. So you can separate, but we're still best friends to this day. So you can still, stay close.
But what if that's your boy though? What if that's like your boy that's like y'all do everything together, y'all chill together, y'all like y'all grew up together, everything, and it's like, yo, how when you're a kid or you're a teenager, you be like, yo, when we gonna do this together, you know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna go to school together, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be my best man, you know what I mean? All that type of stuff when you were a kid. So what if he said that and that's like, you know what I mean?
That's still a bit of a reach. I mean, come on, we gotta, like I think I brought this up on another show not too long ago, but I'm not cool with everybody I was cool with in high school. That graduation day, we went our separate ways, and we may still cross paths. One of my homeboys turned 40 the other day. We may still cross paths, but we're not like every weekend. Like, what you doing, dog? You know what I'm saying? Like you have to get past that stuff. You got to go your own direction. So even if they made that pact when they were kids, I think me and my best friend might have said we were going to remain neighbors for the rest of our lives. He lives in Baltimore, so it's just you grow up and you grow out of those things. And I think even when you're 18 years old and everybody's doing college applications, you might do some of the same college applications that your friends did. But if you get into the school that offers you a free ride or a partial scholarship, that's where you're going. These football players, when they play on the same team in high school, you might get picked to go to Norfolk State, or he may want to go to, West Virginia or Alabama or Georgia, whatever. Y'all are going different places because your success level is going to take you different places.
So here's some of the comments coming in. VC says, that's his friend, not his wife. They can see each other on breaks.
FaceTime if you want to.
So
B plus says, my guess is they're all black. They live in a white subdivision, but Steve is hood and Byron is clean cut. and the parents are afraid their kid is gonna get around all these black kids start wilding.
That's interesting.
That's what it feels like.
I didn't think about that.
So here's a question, and maybe they asked this so that you two can talk about this, because I went to like a technical school called Full Sail. So, but you guys had the both experience, and maybe that's why they want the difference experience on campuses, the difference between a Georgia, like a white university and a black campus.
Okay,
so that's what I think that's what he was trying to say.
If that is the question, well, okay, Donovan, what do you think? Because it's really my experience versus Ryan's experience. It sounds like what they want to know. So Donovan, what do you think?
There's two things. The first thing, you got to cut the cord.
Cut the cord.
From
who? From his parents or from Steven?
From Steven.
From Steven.
Okay.
Like it's like that one comment. It's not your wife, bro. Like you're gonna have so many like other experiences. But I actually can't talk too much on experiences in college because I only did a year and a half, 2 years at a university and moved out to Los Angeles. But even when I went to college, it was a college that was in my hometown. So it wasn't like I was at campus all the time. But yeah, Byron, do what's best for you. And sometimes where your friends go isn't what's going to be best for you in the long run.
Especially it's gonna be free, bro. That free is serious.
Different.
Now we could talk about should his parents, have that much say. But again, regardless, they're paying for your school. Do you understand how valuable that is? That I'm up near 40 and just now resolving some of this stuff, and some people don't resolve it till way later. Like it's a lifelong burden to have student loan debt. So. It's cute to hang out with Steven now, but Steven ain't gonna help you with that.
Yeah, he ain't gonna pay your bills later on.
That is a huge blessing from your parents to even
pay
at
we
all.
telling him to go to the white college? That's what it sounds like.
So let's talk about.
Let's go where your parents are paying.
I think we have this sussed out. So if that's the case, Ryan, I mean, we were both at each other's schools various times, right? Doing radio or planning meetings or whatever. So we both kind of saw our different worlds, right?
Yeah.
What's the major difference between a white college, quote unquote, and a black college? What do you think?
I think it's community. I think that's one of the main things is that at Clark, I noticed that I don't want to make any HBCUers mad at me for saying this, but at Clark, I noticed that everybody was trendy. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was kind of like, competing or, looking at each other and trying to like, one up each other with cars and clothes and all this kind of stuff. And when I went to Georgia Tech, I didn't feel that. Like I got on campus and it was like, I could be wearing whatever I want to wear and nobody's going to judge that, So it's almost kind of like a fashion show. You said what?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Kids it was kind of like they want.
It's like if you're familiar with the Atlanta University systems, Clark Atlanta, Morris Brown, Spelman,
Morris Brown, that don't
Morehouse.
No more.
It's still there.
Well, it did when I was there. You know what I'm saying? It's still there, but it's not the popularity is not where it used to be. But it was like we had a strip, right? And so everybody used the same library. So that strip was hot. Like if you're gonna try to talk to somebody, you need to have your
strip is legendary.
Yeah, it is. So you had a lot of things that you had to consider when you show up to the strip, and I mean,
it's a club. It's outside club.
It's like it's an all day club. Yeah. So, but as far as education and everything goes, I think I would have been intimidated at Georgia Tech. You know what I mean? I think I would have been intimidated by its size. I think I would have been intimidated by its diversity. I think it would have been hard for me to understand, the area of my focus, because I was at HBCU for communications, and communications is big at Clark Atlanta, Hampton University. A lot of these HBCUs focus on communications heavy, right? So I was able to get an internship at a great radio station, #1 hip hop radio station in Atlanta, because of my connections and things of that nature. So I really feel like it's about what you study, where you go and how well you do.
I'll say
and
that
what you dedicate yourself to.
I just want to make it clear right off the bat. There is no significant difference between Georgia Tech and Clark Atlanta as far as where your career can go after that. Because I think a lot of people look down on HBCUs. Oh, it's not good. I think that's kind of hidden in his comment a little bit, that his parents may think, oh, that degree may not be worth as much. He's like, it has a good doctor's program, but clearly his parents think the other one is a legit doctor's program, right? So that's what it sounded like to me. I'm telling you, I work with people who don't have degrees that, you know, came to the same position I have from working at Best Buy, Geek Squad. Like, it doesn't matter how you get there. It doesn't matter. All right, so just straight up.
It has to matter because he's trying to be a doctor.
Well, that matters slightly, yes. Can't go to the Geek Squad and then go to. All right, so yes, touche. But when it comes between those two, it doesn't matter. Now, the experience at Georgia Tech is very different. Again, it's very multicultural, very international. They do try their hardest to break your spirit the first couple years, right? A lot of the people I didn't even go the first year, right? I went to a school called Southern Poly that doesn't even exist anymore. My first year, then I went into Georgia Tech. But a lot of the people who started Georgia Tech, their whole goal is to make you want to quit, right? So a lot of people I know left. And then the people who are left, you know, you just kind of struggle along. And there's ways to, you know, get by and all that. But the culture is different. Now, I didn't have the typical Georgia Tech experience. You know, my wife was a little bit more connected than me when she was there. I was kind of a loner. I was doing stuff for my church, and I would do stuff for destinations, and that was it. I didn't really do a lot of cultural, you know, black experience at Georgia Tech. But there is a black experience at Georgia Tech, right? There's a close-knit groups that kind of work together and help each other up. So you could still get a taste of that. And a lot of people, honestly, they came from HBCUs to Georgia Tech. They have a program where you do like 3 and 2 or 2 and 3. I can't remember how it is. So a lot of people, you know, you kind of feel like you're kind of connected to all those colleges anyway, right? So it's different. It's very, very different. But I mean, yeah, I think the main thing is just the culture. Like there's more sense of community and culture when I was at a smaller school or when I was at Ryan's school. Then you just kind of feel like you're in a factory at Georgia Tech a little bit. That's the major difference.
What do you mean when you say they try to break you the first year? What does that mean?
I mean, there's so many people who like it's overwhelming. Like it's overwhelming.
You can't cut it. Oh yeah.
Like it's so
you can't cut it.
It's really hard, right? And unless you're very connected, if you're connected, it's not hard. I don't want to explain what I mean by that. But if you aren't connected, it's very hard, man. Like it's overwhelming work. They do not care if you fail. Like a lot of people leave, right? Once you get your footing, then it's fine. But it's hard. It's very, very hard.
Yeah.
At a school
One of
like
the
Georgia
biggest differences, is the classroom style, the student to teacher ratio. If you're in a lecture hall with 300 people and you feel like you need one-on-one attention or it's just too many people, then you're gonna feel some kind of way about it if you try to return for a second semester or a second year. But you know, I just cut my face because I realized I went through 4 years at the HBCU and I never went to a college party.
Yeah. The party thing makes no sense.
Everybody was always
there's parties at every
the
school.
Party thing has been it's at every school, but I was like, dang, I probably went to
that was Jesus, Ryan.
Yeah,
thank God for
that.
Well, you know what? It was the radio station too. I actually was working for a radio station where the club was kind of the party. So
The party was work. It wasn't for fun.
Yeah, the party was work. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
So yeah,
Somebody said Ryan was more convincing.
Convincing as far as going to go if you can't. Like I'm saying, like if it wasn't for Steven and it was just should I pick this school or this school, then it's go where you want. But it sounds to me like your family's concerned that Steven is a really bad influence on you. So go to a different black college then. You know what I mean? Like if being around him is the problem, then but you really want to go to a HBCU, then just go to another one, you know? If that's possible. It may not be many like Atlanta, there's so many. So you may not have options, but still.
Yeah. But keep in mind too, we also don't know what Byron is thinking because Byron's sibling wrote this.
Right.
So Byron may
I never got a sense of what he wants in all of this.
Exactly, yeah.
I know what Steven wants. I know what his parents want. I have no idea what Byron wants in this note. Absolutely.
But it sounds like if Byron is considering it, if it's an option, if it's a conversation at the dinner table, then
tempting.
it sounds like
It's
he's
tempting,
like,
yeah.
yo, I want to go where Steven's going. And the parents
Yeah.
is like, well, we're not paying for that. But
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
bro. Yeah. When it
But I
comes
will
down
say
to
this,
not
if-
paying for it, man, bro, that's such a big part.
But I will
I hate to say it, your parents got you in a headlock, bro. You got to go.
But he said he's an honor roll student, so I'm sure he can get scholarships and.
You better start
some
working
stuff
on it
that-
now. If you want pure freedom on this, you better get a full ride. Because if they paying, that's
Yo.
a full scholarship from your parents.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny. I
don't know.
I think that
I don't
people
have that life,
understand
you know?
that. Yeah, they don't get the free thing, but they also don't understand like I get to chill with my homie. You know, what I mean, we can experience, but then at the same time, they may not even be there that long together. You know what I'm saying? Like that could be something where if your friend going in for a couple times, then that may not happen.
His friend seems to be. He has to be at least 2 years, maybe 3 years older than him too.
Yeah.
He's a sophomore
Yeah.
and he's still in high school. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, man.
You know how you solve that? You go to a party and FaceTime with Steven and y'all are at the same party at the same time. Just like whatever. You just do your own thing and y'all can still see each other when y'all get up.
Yeah, I would
So-
say.
So based off this conversation, Ryan, you're making him go with Steven because Sean just said it's gonna be a fight at the White Institution.
Nah, I'm saying
I ain't gonna lie to you,
No.
bro. It ain't easy. And not all, this is Georgia Tech we're talking about. Like they're trying to be like prestige engineering, so not every white institution is all uppity about that. So there's other ones, but still, like specifically Georgia Tech, they're trying to kill you. Bro.
But I will say this
First couple
too.
years, they're trying to kill you.
This may sound bad, but I wanted to stand out at my college. And so I think it's all about that person too, because when I got to Clark Atlanta, I was like, okay, I'm gonna make a name for myself. I don't know how, but I'm gonna make a name for myself. And I just started doing radio, and then I became a radio personality for the college. And then I was doing, my show on the strips and doing my show in the cafeteria. People probably still don't know my name. I mean, because there's so many of us there, all kind of doing the same thing. But I got in front of the people that were doing stuff at the radio station. Like I was interning at the radio station, and there was 3 or 4 other people that were interning at the radio station too. And I think they were even on staff at the time. So it was like, oh, he's one of us here and he's one of us there. So it makes connections work a whole lot better for you.
Yeah. Well, hopefully
'cause
this
college
helps,
really,
man.
Yeah. College ain't really nothing but about connections. It's really about networking with people. And then once you get those networks with those professors, other classmates, and then other things, then your life could really give you a good step ahead.
College is just networking, learning how to learn, and getting a paper that proves that you know how to learn. That's it.
Facts.
If you can get by without it, it's not a bad option. The only reason we suggest when people are close to graduating to just go ahead and get it is it's a super good safety net to at least have that, so if everything doesn't work out with your dream, you at least have that to fall back on. But even that is not really super solid, right? Because if you don't work in your field right after college and stay in it the entire time, they almost don't even care if you got that degree because they think it's old.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you gotta figure it out on your own.
And honestly, I mean, he's trying to be a doctor, so that's a little bit different than other professions.
Super different.
Yeah. So, but I think I would say this to anybody listening that now it's like people looking at resumes and saying experience. Like, are you more experienced than book stuff?
Yeah, the doctor thing is a totally different game. There is a prescribed way to do this. So, I mean, anything but doctor, you have more options. But specifically doctor, there's a way to do it. You can't get around it.
Donovan, they wanted to know if you wasn't a dancer, where would you have gone? What school you went to?
Ooh, I would have gone into getting a lawyer degree.
Ooh.
Becoming a lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you would have been like him. You had to pick the right place.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Where were you at?
Where was I at, or where would I be at?
Where were you at, and where would you be at?
I went to UTEP, University of Texas El Paso. I was actually double majoring in dance and business.
Oh, dope.
And where would I want to be at if I was going after my lawyer degree? Man, I don't even know, to be honest. Just because it's a completely different life, you know?
It is. It is.
Completely different life.
Wow. All right. Well, hopefully that helps. Please respond if you have any more insight, and we'll read that. We're going to start posting these noteworthies up on social media so anybody can chime in and answer it. So if you write in a noteworthy, you're not just going to get feedback from us. You could read the chat. They had a ton of stuff to say, and you're going to start seeing it on Instagram and everywhere. So, you know what? We could even probably make TikToks and reels and stuff where people are reading the note, showing it and reading it real quick and saying, what do you think? So, more stuff coming.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
You in the field with the Track Stars, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. Lego.
You in the field with the track stars, running with the track stars, tracking with the track stars in the Trackstarz Universe. Ooh, stay on track with us.
6%.
All right, back in the field with the Track Stars, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. What's good?
All right, this segment is sponsored by Nectar Distribution. Now you can go out there. We said it once before, we'll say it again. Hundreds of digital outlets that you can get your music out to, making sure that you are competing with some of the best playlists for Spotify, for Pandora. Make sure you go to nectardistro.com, sign up today, all right?
All right, man, it's line for line time. Y'all know what time it is this week. All right, so we're going to the pop world again. You know, a couple weeks we did The Weeknd versus Torn Wells, which was fire because Torn Wells
man,
got in our DM and said, y'all picked the wrong song. And I was like, well, I had to go against these songs. So, and that's what made me and Sean had a conversation go 3 for 3 again. So that's what's going to happen soon. So.
No, but he appreciated it though. That was a good look.
Yeah, that was very good.
Was.
Hey, Torn, if you watching, bro, come on. We'd love to have you.
We'd love to have you on. Talk to Aaron. Talk to Aaron Cole. He about for us. We're good people. All right. So here we go. Today is another kind of big one, I would say, for vocalists out there, people who love to hear singers and do their things.
Yeah.
Adele versus Lauren Daigle. This is going to be a good one. So let's get it going. Sean, you may have got me this week.
You think so?
You may have, depending on how these people moving out here in these streets. I think we may have gotten it. So let's go. All right, the views and opinions of the Trackstarz Universe are not the views and opinions of the artist, the label, producer, or others. If you feel offended by this, please press stop now. If you're a personally listed Christian artist and your cup of tea, we got, dope noteworthies, topic, interviews you can go check out. We're not copying any other battle format. We've been doing this since 2000. Lauren Daigle is not the Christian version of anybody. It's just a bit. All right. So, Sean.
Yes.
You want to start off first or you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, here we go. First.
All right, let's start with Cry Your Heart Out. That's new. That's new.
Cry your heart out. All right, this is Lauren Daigle. Look up, child. Here we go. All right, that was Look Up Child by Lauren Daigle versus Adele's Cry Your Heart Out.
Man, they sound the same, bro.
I told you. It feel like Adele just said, hey, I'm going to do Christian music for...
They have the same tone in their voice.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan, what you got?
Yeah. I'm going to go with Lauren on this one. Just a little bit more vibey, I think. And I caught the vibe a whole lot better. I was trying to get with the Adele song, but I couldn't catch the vibe.
So who you got, Ryan?
Lauren.
Okay, Lauren. Lauren's on the phone. Donovan, who you have, bro?
Actually got Adele.
Okay.
I'm on the opposite side of the fence. I actually feel I got more of a vibe, dance-wise from the Adele track.
Oh yeah, you got a different ear for this, huh?
Yeah.
You're listening for different reasons. That's good. That's good. I like that.
Oh, it's good. Yeah, didn't think about that.
Oh man, I thought these were very close. I think I might toss it early. I like
Early
both of
toss,
those.
Sean?
Yeah, I like both of them.
Oh snap! My bad. I just voted online too. I forgot. I just clicked the button. My bad. Threw the poll off.
Wow, Sean, this is just early, bro.
Yeah, man. I
I
like both of them. That was a good matchup.
Yeah, it was. I think I'm gonna go with Look Up Child. I like the vibe of that a little more.
All right, that's 2 for Lauren, 1 for
One
Adele.
for
What
Adele.
y'all
Let's
got?
see what
It's up to y'all.
Which one of y'all is secular? Which one of y'all is Christian?
We still doing that in 2022?
Yeah, which one of y'all's? I don't know which one is which. Like, I forgot.
serious?
That's
who's picking
good.
who.
That's a good.
No. I know the artist. I'm talking about you and Sean, you and Jeremiah. When y'all pick who's secular, who's mainstream, who's Christian,
Yeah,
or does it not matter? Is that supposed to matter? Am I supposed to know?
No, the whole point. The whole point is right. When we started this, it was I had a mainstream artist. Jeremiah said that he had somebody in the Christian side that was better.
There
I
you
said,
go.
No
That's
way.
what I needed to know.
So I'm telling you, here are the best of the best.
So now he's gonna
Can
start
you beat
voting
me?
secular.
Well, he already knows.
No,
who
I just
Lauren
wanted to know
Daigle is.
who's. I wanted to know whose ear was.
But he is going to
was
vote
picking
against
these
me.
songs.
He is going to vote against
No, I'm
me.
not. No, I'm not.
He's gonna start voting against me now.
All right.
All right, what's the name?
Lauren
Lauren
Daigle.
online.
All right, good.
Wow. Okay.
That's a 3-1.
3-1.
I remember if you want to.
That's my bad. I threw that vote.
If you want your vote, no, you didn't. If you want your vote to count just like ours, you can do a super chat. Just tell us who you're voting for, and we'll count it same as ours.
All right. I'll go. That was one. It was 3-1 round one. Lauren Daigle's on the board with 1 score. I'm gonna go first this time. It's called Trust in You, round 2. Here we go.
I want what you want, Lord, and nothing less. When you don't move the mountains, I'm needing you to move. When you don't part the waters, I wish I could walk. When you don't give the answers, as I cry out to you, I will trust, I will trust, I will trust in you.
Wow.
Lauren Daigle, Trust in You. Sean, what you got?
Man, okay, that was good, but I think I got you, bro. Chasing Pavements.
I'll never say enough, 'cause it was not said to you, and that's exactly what I need to do if I end up with you. Should I give up, or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? Or would it be a waste?
I think the only difference I'm noticing between their voices sound the same, but Adele has a little more pain in her voice on a lot of these songs. And because they're mostly about breaking up and this and that, so maybe that's why, but she has a little more pain in that voice. What you got, Ryan?
I got a question for Donovan. Donovan, can you dance to like anything, or are there some songs where you're like, you can't dance to that, period? Just
No,
it doesn't happen.
I can dance to anything. So I'm actually trained in all like different variety of styles. So I can pretty much dance to anything.
Wow. So you could dance to one of those songs or both of them.
It's like,
Correct.
Stop pocket checking me, bro. I got this. That's what he just said.
I'm gonna go Lauren on that. I'm gonna go Lauren on that because
okay.
yeah, my wife sings that song all the time. So I would just say it's probably by nostalgia a little bit more that I got it.
Okay.
But also sound like I could dance to that one before I could dance to the other. Y'all know my thing is I can't really clap on beat in church, and so I need to be able to like move to it.
You went to the Black
I mean, I
College?
can feel that. Huh? Yeah, I did, but like I said, it was all about community, man. I joined the fraternity after the fact. They didn't want to see
you
me
didn't
try
have
to
step or nothing.
step online. No sir. Mm-mm.
All right, what you got?
For me, I'm going Lauren with this one.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I really like that Lauren track. I just feel Chasing Pain, even though like that's like one of her best songs, I do feel she's come a long way since then. I just feel like it's so slow
at the beginning.
Like not like tempo wise. Like it just feels, I don't know.
Draggy.
So,
like they should have sped it up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I might be a little ignorant to this, Donovan. Another question. So when you dance to a song like that, are you dancing more like, is this more like a worship song where you would do like a praise and worship type medley, or is it something you can still do crisp hip hop moves to? Like
so there's different styles of dance. So you obviously have hip hop, which is what people know me as. But then you have like contemporary, which is like a fusion of like ballet and jazz and a whole bunch of different styles. And then you have actual jazz dancing, and then you have tap. You have all these different styles. So something like this between these two songs, I would actually dance contemporary to dance style. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I gotta look at your playlist, figure out what contemporary dance looks like.
Yeah.
All right, Jeremiah. I think I'm gonna stick with Adele on this one. I think that song. It feels a little bit more special to me. Chasing Pavements. I think again, it's that pain. Like I love when, like the Mary J's and all those, like you could hear that they weren't just singing words, like they actually like felt it. You know what I mean? So I got Adele.
I'm going with Adele as well.
That's 2-2 up here.
That's 2-2 there, man.
What y'all got? It's up to y'all.
The Universe. I didn't vote this time, so I didn't throw the vote off.
Lauren Daigle. Oh, it's
tied.
Wow.
It's a tie.
Oh,
that's a wash.
Snap, that's a wash.
Yeah.
Ooh, good one. Good one. All right.
Wow.
All right. Good job, Jeremiah.
I know. This is interesting.
Okay.
You going first this time. Round 3. It's still
all right.
1 up.
Here's another big one for me, bro. Hometown Glory.
Shows that we ain't gonna take it. Shows that we ain't gonna stand. Shows that we are united. From my hometown, memories are praise. From my hometown, I met
you. Come on, man. That's classic, bro.
Hometown Glory by Adele. This is Rescue by Lauren Daigle. Here we go.
Beneath your breath, I hear your SOS, your SOS. I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true.
See, what happens is you get in that deep depression, and Adele is singing that to you, but then Lauren tell you to go to
back
the
up.
Lord. So,
all right, Ryan, what you got?
So who y'all got?
I got to go Lauren on this. Yeah, just to be honest with you, neither one of these would ever really be my mood, because I'm just never in a mood where I want to listen to music that's like this slow.
Not in the mood to worship?
But worship is, but you know what? My worship is like, I still listen to old school gospel. I don't really get into this new stuff. Old school gospel is my way of going to worship. So, I'm gonna go Lauren on that.
Yo, that's true. Crispy said this line for line is a whole testimony. Like Adele's telling you where you are, and Lauren's telling you where you need to be.
My wife is gonna love this line for line though.
Oh yeah, this is special, man. This is a big one.
For me, I'm going with Adele on this one. That Hometown Glory, man. That hits differently. I could be a little biased. When I was auditioning for So You Can Dance and everything, is when Adele was like really in her high. And it's just one of those songs that brings back so many memories of just, chasing after the dream. And even though it didn't really affect me, like I can't relate to the story at all, but it's just like one of those songs that you hear and it just a flood of memories comes
Yeah.
back. So
Yeah, it's a
These
special.
are elevators for me.
It's a special. It's a special melody, man. It's a special melody.
It is.
I think the Lauren Daigle song sounds good. You know, it sounds worshipful and all that. But Hometown Glory is special, bro. It's hometown.
yeah,
Not if you
Sean,
buck too.
Sean, who you got?
Hometown Glory.
Hometown Glory. I'm going with Rescue. Just the power and the hook to me. Just like I will come for you when that was powerful too. So 4-2, and it looks like Lauren online, and we got a super chat for Lauren. So dang, Lauren won that round.
2-0.
2-0. All right, I'll go first. This is round 4. How can it be, Lauren? Here we go.
But in your eyes, there's only grace now. You plead my cause, you right my wrongs, you break my chains, you overcome, you gave your life.
Yo, some people at their house like this first, and then going like, that guy did that to me.
Taking people to the throne today.
That was How Can It Be? What you got, Shantana?
All right, gotta bring out the big guns now, bro. You ready for this?
Yeah.
And how it felt before the world fell at our feet. There's such a difference between us and a million miles. Hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times to tell.
She got bangers, bro.
Adele do got some crazy stuff. Hello versus How Can It Be? Who y'all got? Ryan. I guess. Toss.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay.
Couldn't make up my mind.
I think this is kind of easy.
I don't know. Donovan looks nervous too. He got all the
my palms are sweaty.
Yeah, see, there you go. I knew it.
What you got, bro?
Come
Your
on,
mom's
toss with me,
spaghetti?
brother. Use that one toss with me.
We do have toss up, but you only have one.
No, I know, but I don't want to toss. I'm no sucker.
Hey!
Why does everybody feels that way when they come on here? I ain't tossing. Yeah, when you do this every week, you're gonna start tossing like a mug.
Oh my god! I'm gonna go with Hello. I'm going Adele on this one.
That's Adele. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's that. Oh. I can't sing, but oh my god, so good.
I wasn't sure what I was gonna say until I played the actual song, right? Because I remember picking the Hello song because obviously it's one of her biggest songs. My memory of it and how it actually sounds coming out is crazy, bro. It's a beast, man. It's Hello, man. It's Hello.
Yeah, I'm going with Hello too.
That's 3-1 here, or 3-0 here.
3-0. Yeah.
What y'all got?
What's online?
It's the pain in the voice, man. Y'all hear it? It's the pain in the voice, man. She just, and the production was so clean on that song. It sounded big.
Yeah.
That's Adele, easy. So it's 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1. Adele came through round 4. Wow. Okay. All right, Sean, you want to go?
All right. I told you I gotta bring out the big dogs. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have sworn we were in round 6, but okay.
Round 5, brother. Round 5.
Ready? Let's go. Someone Like You.
Fight it, I had hoped you'd see my face and that you'd be reminded that for me it isn't over. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you too. Don't forget me, I beg. I'll remember you said.
Wow, I'm glad what Adele just ended off with, because that was someone like you, and she said, "You say," because that's what Lauren Daigle's gonna say. You say. Here we go.
In you I find my worth, in you I find my identity. Ooh, you say I'm loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I'm strong when I think I'm weak.
Ryan, what you got? Ryan, what you got?
Adele.
Oh man,
interesting. All right, Donovan, what you got?
I'm going you stay on this one.
I love someone like you, man. I really do. I think that clip isn't the best part of it, but I just think the story that she's telling is crazy. The meaning behind it. And I know I'm shooting myself in the foot here, but I'm gonna go with Lauren. I think the same thing I said about Hello is what she just did.
Yeah.
The build up was crazy, and her voice held up. So I got Lauren on that.
Wow. I'm going with Lauren too. It's just like that hook is strong.
Yeah,
both hooks was fire. But that
she sang it really strong. Yeah. Yeah, someone like you is more contemplative.
Jesus, somebody put $5 for Adele. Okay.
Well, we'll take it. Someone like you is more contemplative. It's more something you sit with and you kind of cry with her almost. But Lauren just blew the speakers out, man. Like she killed it. So I would still personally pick someone like you probably just because of the meaning behind it. But clip for clip, that's Lauren. All right, what y'all got?
Let's see. Is it tie again? Wow.
This is nuts.
Wow,
so wait, so what does that mean then? Because that's
you say one because 3 people picked
Lauren. 2 super chats came in
Super
for Lauren,
chats.
so Lauren took it. Lauren took it.
Okay.
Darn.
Yeah.
Wow.
3-1.
This matters a lot to y'all. That's good.
It was a toss on. Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
All right, Sean, do you want to go first or you want me to go first? Which one you want to do? This is round 6.
Some of the ones I look at the chat and I know what y'all are waiting for. I didn't choose the order this time, so what you're waiting for is coming, but it may not be coming when you think. Right now, it's this.
Mine sure won't be shared. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. In the desert, you have my heart inside.
Woo! Rolling in the deep. Ken, if you are in my bag today, brother. Yo, real quick. Rolling in the deep always sounds like a mafia music. Like it goes to like a.
Kenny gonna have to submit a line for line. He is on.
Yeah,
point.
he on fire today. He in the bag. All right, that was Adele rolling in the deep. This is Lauren Daigle, still Rolling Stones. Here we go.
About the power, and now I believe it. Oh, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up. All the applause I came alive. This beat alive. These open eyes, they go, the darkness should and
Still Rolling Stones. Lauren Daigle versus Adele rolling in the deep. What y'all
Ryan,
got?
what you got?
I wonder how my wife would be voting right now. I'm gonna go Adele.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Adele.
Okay. Donovan, what
Same.
you got?
Adele as well. Going in the deep.
Yeah, I'll say with this one, Lauren's song sounds good, but I'm always listening for a song that sounds permanent. You know what I mean? Like some songs sound like, oh, that's really good job. And some songs sound like they were supposed to exist. And this is one of those like, oh, this song had to happen, right?
But
so
isn't it Adele Rolling in the Deep, a remake?
Yeah, I don't care how it happened, but this song had to happen. The song, it just
same energy.
It
just said the same thing for September.
It just I didn't know all that. It just has a classic melody that to me it sounds like, oh, this melody had to happen no matter when it came to existence. Versus the other one sounded good, but it didn't sound like necessary. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and I feel also Rolling in the Deep is like a sound that is like generational, like it's gonna last.
Yeah,
that's real. That's why I said it reminded me of like it could have been on Goodfellas or it could have been on, you know.
Are you saying
movie?
Are you saying it was actually sampled, or are you just saying it sounds like something?
No, I said I think it's a remake. I don't think she's the original person that came up with that song.
If somebody could look that up for us, I would love to know that. That's dope. It's Aretha Franklin?
I didn't know that.
Somebody find it for real. I want to know. Anyway, she killed it either way.
So you got Rolling in the Deep too, Sean. I'm going with the crowd today. Rolling in the Deep.
Wow, that's a sweep up here. That's our first agreement.
Yeah, that's our first one.
What y'all got?
Adele online. 5-0.
So that means it's 3-2, which means officially Lauren won.
Yeah.
But we're gonna find out if it evens up or not, just for fun, in the official universe. So go to trackstarz.com/official if you want to see the last round. Go ahead, Jeremiah.
Real quick, shout out to Damo. Damo's been holding us down for years with the counts before we did the polls and stuff, and he's still doing his thing. So he came up with an idea to do a line for line, all the songs you've heard from Lauren Daigle. I can't talk about that. I don't know about it. You can do that on your own private time. For Lauren Daigle. So what we're gonna do is we got the Spotify link. I'm gonna put it in the chat in a few minutes, and you can go and listen to her all the songs we used today and 3 other songs, so like 10 songs. And we're gonna do that from now on with all our line for line. So and it's gonna be just for the week, and then we'll change it up when the next week happens for the line for line we'll do next week. So look for it in the chat. It's gonna say line for line, Lauren Daigle, and then you can click on it, and then you can go listen to the songs for the week, and then we're gonna change it out by next week.
Dope.
Okay.
Dope,
man. 3-2.
All right. So Donovan, tell them again how to find you, how to support you, man.
Yeah, of course. You can find me on Instagram at I am Donovan Gibbs. So I am Donovan Gibbs on Instagram. YouTube is Donovan Gibbs Official. And those are pretty much the 2 platforms that I use.
Awesome. All right, y'all. Make sure you still hang with us. Come back next week. We got more stuff. We're working on so many cool things. Ryan's working. Jeremiah's working. Our whole team is working on some awesome new things for you guys. Go over to the official universe. The last couple weeks, Facebook has been blocking these. So if you don't see it right away, it will go up at some point because they block it and then they unblock it. A little strange. So just be patient. You'll see round 7. All right, let's get back into it. You in the field with the track stars, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. Let go.
That one really.
Now, I'm in the field with Trackstarz right now. I had a blessed time. Hopefully, you guys are listening. If you're not, then you're losing.